Apologies, I'm a couple of minutes late. I'm doing the TV thing, and so during the week, it's a little bit more of an active morning show than during the weekends, which means we're still on CW18. But as long as you're cool with that, I'm cool with that. We're going to hang out for the next half hour or so, which also means that you'll go with me to the green screen when I have to go do some TV stuff. But for right now, all is quiet in the weather department. Some showers around, nothing too bad to speak of. Let's get right over and see what's doing on our first warning live Doppler radar. And first off, let's just take you into the metro, right? A little bit of shower activity up here around Seminole County, kind of crossing in. Let's zoom into this stuff, and nothing severe here, but some little bits of rain that are coming on in. Chuliota, eventually Oviedo, Winter Park, Maitland, Winter Springs. Some decent rains up here coming in around the Flagler Beach area, and then Pearson, Astor, DeLeon Springs. Let me zoom in there, and you can kind of see some of those heavier downpours crossing over 17 right now, right along 40. Some slick roadways. We can deal with it. Back over to like Holly Hill, Painters Hill, Flagler Beach, seeing some of that very heavy rainfall, and then little by little drying out in Brevard County. All right. In terms of temperatures, not too bad at all, right? 72 degrees in the Villages. It's 73 degrees in Orlando. We're at about 77 degrees, 77 or so degrees for us in Titusville, and 79 degrees in Daytona Beach. So it's a warm one. It's a warm one. That's okay. We could handle warm. We do summers in Central Florida, right? Now, in terms of the forecast for today, where do we go from here? Well, this morning, we've got those coastal showers. The good news is that through the day today, those coastal showers, little by little by little, will be fading out. And as is such, we'll see drier conditions. So that's pretty good. Not a bad day at all. With that, I say good morning to you. Good morning. How we all doing this morning, huh? Need my coffee. I've been up since like 0 dark 30. Taylor, good morning to you. Frank, good morning. Shauna, good morning. Good morning. Travel day at Wesh with Eric Greensky. That's right, Debbie. We'll be walking around the studio, doing my thing. I'll also be doing things like right now, like while we're chatting, I'm on the other weather computer, like putting my radar images together, because I've got TV stuff coming up. Beth, good morning to you. How are ya? Hope you're doing well. David, rise and shine. Good morning, good morning. Please send a shower to New Smyrna Beach. Tim, there were a few showers literally just south of you. Like if you're in New Smyrna proper per se, it would have just missed you. Dang it. I hate when that happens. Hate when that happens. Frank says, it's so beautiful on beachside. Woke up to a beautiful ocean this morning. It is. I would love to show you, but this computer that I use for Coffee Talk, for some reason the video card is not getting the video in from our tower cams. So I actually need to contact engineering today to have them look at that. Okay. Oh, well. Brian, good morning to you over in Citra. Hope you're doing well. Anne Marsh says, very breezy. It is. Let's look at those winds a little bit, okay? This morning, we've already seen winds kind of sustained running at 15 miles an hour across many of our Central Florida communities. It's a breezy start. It's going to be a breezy day, but that breeze is not all good, okay? That breeze does contribute to some pretty considerable concerns, say that 3 times fast, at our area beaches, all right? If you're heading to the beach today, it's a beautiful day, right? But look at the data there, okay? Surf running 5 to 6 feet, high risk of rip currents. These are pretty big concerns, okay? Now the temperatures are looking great. The rain is around this morning, but will move inland through the day. It's just that little bit of a concern there. It's just that little bit of a concern with showers. Otherwise, the beach sand is fine. There is a big concern in terms of rip currents, okay? So let's just chat, like, what is a rip current? We talk a lot about this, but if you're new to Central Florida, there are so many new residents, it's important to know. A rip current, think about it like this. When the winds push in, direct inland, we actually pile water up at the beach. You don't realize it, but what comes in has to go back out, and it's that outward rush of water that is the rip current. So people that are swimming here without realizing it are going to be getting pulled out to the ocean, and you're going to find yourself getting more and more pulled out. Now, if you know what to do, you're fine. You just swim parallel to the shoreline. If you try to fight that, if you try to fight that outward rush of water, you're going to fail. It's just not going to succeed. We've lost people even in our Central Florida beaches in just the last few days' time. So, a very considerable concern if you're heading over to the beaches. That said, if you wanted to take the boat offshore today, not the day to do it. We're running 7 to 11 feet off the shoreline. So it's a dangerous day in that respect. Just respect the water. Understand today's not the day to go on the beach, or excuse me, to go out on the boat offshore very far. And as long as we're good there, we're good. That's my strong urging. There's small craft advisories posted for obvious reasons. Today's just not today's just not the day to do it. All right? All right, that's where we're at there. Any questions about that? Steph says, good morning. It was cloudy when I was about to go mow the yard yesterday. And by the time I got out there, it was bright and sunny and hot. Yet, the one thing with all of this breeze, it's not going to be getting very hot per se. Temperatures today are going to be warm, but average high temperature is 90 degrees. We're going to do 85 in Orlando. Now, out west of town, we'll be at 87, 88 degrees, but in terms of actual high temperatures, we're going to be running a little below average the next couple of days. Yeah. Elliot, how's your day going so far? Oh, mine's good, thank you. Love the glasses. You look like a professor. Well, thank you, Elliot. I appreciate it. Yeah, not too bad. Just trying to slam some coffee back. It's going to be I've got a work lunch today. So doing sunrise right now. Sunrise ends at 10 a.m. And I've got a little bit of a break. Then we've got West 2 News at noon. And then that goes until like 1 o'clock. Then there's lunch at 2. Yeah, Tony and I have lunch at 2 today. So it's a busy day. It's going to be a long day, but, it's better than long hurricane days. That's the way I look at it. William says, love the breeze. Oh, I do too, William. It's going to be a beautiful day. Anne Marie Marsh. Thank you. All right. I was going to say, I don't know why my brain connected that synapse, but very good. I'm glad that I didn't mess your name up then. Janice says, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I would tend to agree. My kids are hanging out. My kids are hanging out today at the house. When I finally get done with work, I'm going to go hang out with them. Yeah. Millie, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great start to the day. Sending good vibes. Raven says the rip is real, y'all. Please be very careful out at the beach. Seriously. High risk of rip currents. We were at the beach yesterday. Did y'all see my picture? I'll find it. Let me find it here. Yeah, found it yesterday. Yeah, we went out yesterday. I took this picture. My buddy was texting, was like, what are you doing today? And I'm like, current status. The wife and I were we had the kids with us, but the wife and I were out enjoying the beach yesterday. There's my son, Eric, just enjoying. But I'll tell you, there were not many people going in the water. My kids did not go in the water. It's not that kind of beach weather, unfortunately. Raven says the rip is real, y'all. It's true, yeah. Cindy, when you're on the beach, what is the easiest way to visually see where the rip currents might be? So let's look at that graphic again. Because when we were building this graphic, I wanted to make sure to make it as accurate as is possible. So what you're looking for is actually, you're looking for darker channels of water, and you're looking for kind of disrupted areas of water. Basically, the lighter areas are the sandbars, and it's the darker channel. That darker channel is where that water is rushing out. But you can just also look for like more disturbed areas of water. That's usually where the water's going out. So look for the darker channels. Usually the darker channels of water, that's where you've got the outward rush of water. Another thing, swim at a guarded beach, and no matter what's happening, never freak out. The problem arises when you find yourself caught in that rip current and you're getting pulled out Okay, and you're getting pulled out, and you're getting pulled out, and you're getting pulled out, and you freak out and you try and swim against the current. You just, no matter how strong you think you are, you're not strong enough to swim against the current. And that's where we have the problems. All right? Yeah. Yeah. No matter where you think you are, if you're getting pulled out, just swim parallel to the shoreline. Eventually it's going to let you go. That's just the way it's going to go. Yeah. Will I get in a nap? Oh, you're adorable, Debbie. No nap. No nap. Vanessa says I'm tired for you. Yeah, it's going to probably be a 13-hour day today. Plan to work outside again today. Loving the breeze. Jan, why not? Yeah. Finally got some rain at my house these past couple of days. 1 inch total. Very cool. Love that. Very, very, very cool. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate it. It was fun. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Okay. I'm seeing on the Today Show Harry Smith, who's maybe the greatest storyteller ever born, talking about 30 years after the Cheers finale. Wow, 30 years after the Cheers finale. We're trying to watch Cheers, and then they took it off of Peacock. I don't know why that would be the case. All right, let's see here. No matter where you are, there you are. Thank you, Chris, for the dad joke. I was forced to hit send before I was done typing. The baby woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Taylor, I'm sorry. Oy, 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 oy. So let's talk about some rain chances here. Let's talk about some rain chances today. Let me load up the Futurecast. All right, so here's Futurecast this morning. Tracking those coastal showers, right? That much we've got you. Notice, though, by 10:30, 11 o'clock, we're already starting to move things inland. By 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, we're just about done and over with. So the rain chances today, my friends, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. The rain chances today, morning showers, and then we're looking much, much better. Look and see where we're at in the show here. Much better by the afternoon. It's not normal to get a dryish day like this during the month of June, but it's because we've got those showers and those thunder showers, the area of moisture pulling away from us, the remnants of what was Arlene. Let me show it to you. Kind of see it there in the bottom right corner of your screen, that area of low pressure. That's the remnants of Arlene. And as Arlene moves away from us, essentially it's starting to turn our wind direction around, and it's making things look better and better for us. So, hey, better than a sharp poke in the eye, right? I'll take it. A couple of drier days, and then we get back into the shower and thunderstorm regime. So here's a look at Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast. I'm not wrapping up, but I just want to at least get to this point. We could chat about it, and then I'll have to go do weather on TV in a couple of seconds time. But yeah, there you go. Mostly dry for us this afternoon. Pretty much dry tomorrow. And then looking ahead to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the rain chances start to rise. Christy says, Cheers is on Paramount. I mean, I have enough of these dang memberships. I'll figure something out. Because we were watching Cheers and then they pulled it off Peacock. So, I don't even know where I left it. Chris says, I'll take it. It's a swim day. Oh, it's a swim day for sure. Yeah. Becky, but I love rain. It's not better in my opinion. I get that. That's okay. I'm just trying. Look, the consultant says I'm supposed to throw in my opinion for weather. Okay, so there you go. Patty says, this is an interesting statement. People do not realize how bad a rip can be until you get caught in a bad one. They can be seen from shore, but harder to see when you are out past the second sandbar. Bodyboarding. One scared me, but told myself to chill and relax right away, and I yelled to my lifeguard friend, and we talked through it. The strongest one I'd ever been caught in. There were no surfers out past me, so results could have been bad had I not been with a strong lifeguard. Never forget it. Patty, that's perspective. The thing is as long as you stay calm, I think you're good. As long as you stay calm. Cindy, Trekkies Unite on Paramount. I do need to get Paramount to watch. I haven't even seen Picard yet, for goodness sake. So I do think I need to join that world. All right, we need to go over to the chroma key. Let's go get ready for weather. Trekkies Unite on Paramount. Yeah. All right. Shall we take a walk?
Down in Miami on Wednesday, tip-off is at 8:30. Meanwhile, on the ice, tonight, game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Let's see, tilt that down.
Despite scoring first, Florida did.
What? Thank you, sir.
Tonight's game begins. Florida teams making their way. You gotta love it. 8:18 on your Monday morning with Peach out the door. Hopefully, we will love our forecast.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Listen, it's improving here in Brevard County. We were watching downpours this morning. At least the clouds are kind of thinning out like this much, little by little. We're not getting the downpours like we were, but it's still gray. This is looking over the Melbourne airport. Had a nice downpour move through around the 6 o'clock hour. Now it's just cloudy, 73 degrees the current temperature. And as we pop up our first warning live Doppler radar, you can see the focus of those rains has kind of shifted a little further to the north, right on the Volusia and Flagler County border from Flagler Beach down to Ormond Beach. It's pouring. Cats and dogs. US 1, I-95 getting soaked. That said, morning commute, rain, never a fun combination. So slow down, please. We know how some people in this community drive. Don't be that guy or gal. 17 and 40, watching some rains right over Barberville from Pearson back over to DeLeon Springs. And then next up for this, we'll be working over toward Astor. The St. John's is already to minor flood stage here. So obviously this is going to exacerbate that issue just a little bit. But if you live in Astor, you already know this. Chuliota watching some rains around there, back over toward northern Brevard County. Bithlo, Wedgefield, a little bit of rain moving your direction. 12-hour forecast showing that, yeah, these next couple of hours we'll have some coastal showers. Otherwise, it's looking beautiful. 84, 85 degrees our high temperature, and a nice stiff breeze coming in off the ocean. Winds today running 10, 15, gusting to 20, particularly at the area beaches, where temperatures are running into the low and mid 80s, mid to upper 80s across the interior. Average high is 90. That onshore breeze will hold us down a little bit, 85 or so, our high temperature. Now, lunchtime, you notice the shifting of the rains, more metro off to the south, and eventually by about 2, 3, 4 o'clock, will quiet things down, and it's just a mix of clouds and sun. It really does look like a beautiful day. In the beaches, if you're heading that direction, sand only, people. Surf running about 5 to 6 feet, high risk of potentially life-threatening rip currents. So we're talking about this on my Coffee Talk broadcast on all of our social platforms, literally as we speak. All right, great day if you want to get into the pool today. Just a couple of showers to dodge, but not looking at any big thunderstorms. Same kind of idea out here at the area attractions. So for us today, it's a relatively dry day, but all said and done, nice and quiet. To the tropics, nothing going on until you get here around the Azores and the Canary Islands. A possible subtropical development there. Normally we watch the waters near Florida. We'll be watching the entire basin, though, nice and closely. Mostly dry today, tomorrow. Rain chances rising, though, mid to late week.
Eric, thank you. It's 8:21, and you're going to be counting on those breaks.
All right. Wasn't my best weather forecast ever, but that's okay. All right, so we've got our thing here for the next couple seconds, and then I've got another 2 other hits, and then we can get back to Coffee Talk, because I do want to talk about the tropics as well. There's something that the Hurricane Center just put out, a little notice that the Hurricane Center put out, but I need to set up my next TV hit, but that's going to come up in just a couple of minutes' time, so there you go. May all my Coffee Talk friends have a beautiful day and be that star. I love it. I love it. Going to Tampa for my birthday. How's the weekend forecast looking there? So Cassandra, the overall rain chance does start to rise this weekend. Is it bad? In the Tampa area, it's a little, it's Monday, so it's a little early to get into the specificity, but I can tell you the overall moisture content does start to come up. So, keep that in mind. Excited for the greens, Green Debbie. All right, so I'm definitely behind in the comments. My apologies. I want to get an Eric tattoo, as odd as it sounds, Cindy. Not long ago, I saw an artist doing green screen pieces, and it gave me an awesome idea. That's interesting, and that's wild. You don't have to get a me tattoo. I appreciate you just hanging out with me in the mornings, though. Thank you for that. Love when it's take your kid to work day. Are you my child, Jeannie? Is that what it is? I'm sure someone driving 100 miles an hour on the shoulder of the road on I-4 right now. There's always that. I was driving yesterday, okay? Now, I'm one of those people, I set the cruise control on my car, and I'm not quote-unquote speeding. I think I set it like 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. Like technically it's speeding, but I feel like I'm at a standstill most of the time. And I found myself, I was driving yesterday, and people were passing me like I was standing on the side of a racetrack. Like I was doing 75 or something, and like people were, and I'm like, is this a NASCAR race? Like, what in God's name is happening here? You know what I mean? Has anyone ever made an illustration of you? No, no, I've never had a caricature or an illustration. No. Oh, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Thank you, Debbie. SpaceX is using Dragon capsule. No, correct. Yeah, Eduardo. Today's launch, and we need to talk about that as well. So we've got two. So we've got two TV weather hits. We'll have to do in a couple seconds. We've got the Today Show hit, and then the first hit right off the top in the next half hour of C-Dub, and then we can get into some more nitty gritty. But and we'll talk tropics in just a couple of minutes. But yeah, talking about the launch today. So we had the cargo resupply mission set for yesterday, had it set for Saturday. Each time it was scrubbed because of weather. For today, forecast currently running at 60%. I have not seen anything. Yeah, I've not seen anything to that change to that effect. So there's that. Booster recovery weather is a concern, and so is clouds, rain, and wind at the launch pad. So let's just look and see, like, this is the ring that they use. There's definitely some clouds in the vicinity. So obviously that's a concern when it comes to the launch, but also looking at the winds. Okay, this is a look at the winds currently. Now, when it comes to Falcon 9, just for your situational awareness, my friends, give me 2 seconds. Where is this graphic? Of course, it's like not easily found. Oh, here it is. Okay. So when it comes to Falcon 9, all that just to say, when it comes to Falcon 9, your launch commit criteria for the vehicle itself. Now, there's some that are just non-negotiable, like the lightning, disturbed weather, all of that stuff. Falcon 9, 30 mile per hour winds at the pad. That's your limit. Okay? 30 miles per hour. That's it. When it comes to things right now, you can see the winds are all below 30, but it's breezy to even gusty. So the question is, getting to lunchtime, does that end up being a problem? You know, we'll have to watch and see how that tracks, essentially. We'll have to see how that tracks. Let's see here. We've got more. Carla says you did good. Thank you. We're going to go do it again here in a second. Terry thought the forecast you gave was done well. Well, thank you. It is what it is. Awesome job on TV today with those tiny monitors hooked on wooden board. Well, here, I'll take you over there. They're not that tiny, actually. Maybe just the perspective is a little off. Here, let's come over here and walk. These are the monitors that we use to see what the heck we're doing. I mean, that's, the size of my head, bigger than my head. I'm going to come bother y'all later. Say hi.
3, 2,
Ha! Not much is bigger than my head. Thank you, Sonica, for that dose of humility always offered up.
Good morning, it's Dr. Doug Day, 8:26. A 71-year-old woman caught on fire after the crash. Take a look at your screen. Now investigators.
All right, let me get that all set. Is he okay? Let's see some of these comments. I would literally go 30 minutes out of my way, Laura says, to not go on I-4. I get that. Oh boy. No caricatures that you know of. Well, that's true.
Over to a traffic update now, and we are monitoring the crash on westbound.
We try to avoid I-4. I did that on Saturday. All right, hold on a second.
Right shoulder is blocked. We have been seeing some delays as a result. Time has been getting better. Only 13 minutes, more than on the westbound side. And here's a look at Champions Gate on I-4, also very crowded this morning, but we are hopeful here.
It's a beautiful day. Yeah, we've got a little bit of rain. That's okay. Some clouds over here along the Space Coast. First morning live Doppler radar showing some very heavy rainfall right along the Flagler-Volusia border here coming in. No lightning strikes as of right now, just some good soaking rains. Astor, a little bit of rain moving your direction, and even southern Seminole County getting into Orange County, a little bit of rain. Today, it's a 50-50 coverage of getting those clouds, 20% chance of those showers.
Dogs and carriers.
Okay. I'll leave that there. All right, let's go back to the Weather Center and get this set up. Let's see here. I forgives me Body Wars flashbacks. Oh, that's fun. We were just talking about Body Wars. I loved that ride. That was a fun ride. That was definitely a great ride. All right, let me get my TV hit set up here. Bear with me, just 2 more seconds, friends. Laura, I was going 85 the whole way home on 75, and people were passing me like I wasn't even moving. Isn't that wild? Like I just don't understand. But I did have a moment of zen. Can I share this with y'all? So I was at the traffic light yesterday. I was at a traffic light coming home, and it's a no turn on red. And this is one of those no turn on reds that I get it, but you don't love it. And every time I'm at the front, I feel like people are always like sneaking up on me and they're like honking at me. And anyway, and it's just like, it says no turn on red, you schmuck. Anyway, so yesterday I was coming up, there was a car in front of me, and I was coming up, and behind me was a sheriff's deputy. And the car in front of me, I could tell he wasn't going to stop. He was going to make that right turn on red. And he literally, as soon as he turned, the cop right behind me threw on his lights, broop, broop, broop. And meanwhile, I've got Jeannie freaking out. Like, what did you do? She didn't say it, but she's just like, what's going on? I got the kids in the back that are like, what's that? And I scoot over to the right because I know what he's doing. And as soon as doing that, like you could see Jeannie's freaking out. She's like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, he's going after that guy. Cop comes right around the corner, goes, and I'm like, watch, we're going to get down the road. And sure enough, busted. You know, so look, we're all guilty of doing a knucklehead thing every now and then, but I'd like to think I'm not a genuine knucklehead on the drive. But so often, these people that drive like actual, just like brainless slobs, get away with it. And I'm so grateful to see someone get busted when they're doing bad things. Because if you don't pay attention to the simplest of a sign that says no right turn on red, you're going to not pay attention to all the other things. Like, let's bring you down a few notches, schmucks. Am I crazy? I mean, goodness sake, it's like, just don't drive terribly. We just need to drive nicely. All right. Sonica is my reality check, I'm told. That makes sense. That fits. All right. One more TV weather hit. Come with me. And then we can get into the tropics because we have some things to talk about.
Nowadays, during the impacts of the pandemic labor for some Central Florida businesses.
All right. One more hit. My apologies. Super fun behind the scenes. Thank you, Raven. Appreciate it.
And it's called one of the worst rail disasters.
Patiently awaiting this breaking hurricane info. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just the Hurricane Center tagged one thing literally on the other side of the planet. Hold on.
Good morning, morning. Thanks for starting your week with us here at Sunrise. I'm Christina.
We have a lot to cover today. That includes the forecast. First, if you headed out the door this morning, some people have already started to see some rain.
Yeah, there's been showers since before we all woke up in the like midnight 1 a.m. hour. And little by little, they're thinning out in Brevard County. It's a beautiful start here. This is Tavares, Lake Dora. Big seaplane base out here, one of the busiest on the planet. No seaplanes for now. A lot of wind, honestly. Be a little bumpy. But overwhelmingly, it's a lovely forecast. 20% chance of these morning showers. Then through the day, we'll start to see more and more sun shining. 83 by lunchtime, 85 degrees our 3 o'clock temperature, and staying beautiful through the remainder of the afternoon. Here's a look at our first morning live Doppler radar. And Brevard is getting quieter, but up here into Flagler and Volusia, pouring rains. Ormond Beach, my friends, This is all starting to sneak into your area. A little bit of rain working through DeLeon Springs, north of DeLand, and around Chuliota, Oviedo, Bithlo, Wedgefield, Avalon Park, and the University of Central Florida. We'll be watching some of those showers. 80 degrees in Daytona Beach, and 77 in Orlando, 70 degrees in Wildwood, and today, mix of clouds and sunshine. When we're done with these morning showers, we're done. Looks nice. We'll have more on that forecast for you coming up in just a couple of minutes' time. Now, time to take a look on the roads this morning.
Oh, it's the slow go on a lot of I-4 this morning. Making it a little hard to do those trains.
All right, let's do this. Got to say hi to Christina real fast before she's on TV.
Good morning.
Love her. Love her more than Sonica. I'm just kidding. I love them both. All right. Oof. Debbie says, I-4 doesn't bother me at all, better than the LI. Oh, the Long Island Expressway is terrible. What about the Belt Parkway? Yeah. I-4 doesn't bother me usually, but the people. It's the people that are just like, man, what are y'all doing? What are you all doing? What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? Man. It is, Raven, you're right. It's that instant karma. Man. Okay, all right, enough about the traffic and all that. Let's talk tropics, okay? Now into the tropics. Let's talk. Not really much doing. You can see the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean, the Atlantic is quiet. But look to the top right corner of your screen. There's a little something here. It's not much, but there's a little something here. I didn't expect the Hurricane Center to tag it, but they did this morning. Around the Azores and the Canaries, there's along this kind of old boundary up near the Azores, right in there, there's a little something. And the potential is there for some subtropical development. Okay, subtropical systems do get named, so it's at least worth the mention. Not anything threatening here. Next couple of days, it doesn't really move much, so there's that. If it's named, the next name on the list is Brett. Okay. Not one of those things that we're overly concerned about. As a matter of fact, during the month of June, for tropical development, we do typically watch the areas around Florida. So it's something we'll watch, along with the rest of the tropics. That's my big thing. That's the big thing of the tropics, which I'm happy is not all that big at all. There's not much happening at all. Andrew says, as a visitor, Florida driving there is terrible. Terrifying. He said terrifying. It is terrible too. That's me. I feel like I was going to be involved in a crash every time I was driving back in February. Yeah. Denise, my husband, likes to do what he calls a California stop, a roll through a stop sign, but he doesn't do it all the time. That's one. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a police officer. That's one of those things, though. That's one of those things, get into the technicalities of it. But like if the sign says no turn on red, no turn on red. If the speed limit says 70, I mean, there's, don't do 100. Don't do 100. That's all. The seaplanes out there are cool, but you wonder sometimes how much they can see of my backyard bikini shenanigans, Cindy says. Chris knows what I'm talking about. I would say, as somebody who has flown airplanes, that if we're flying and you're doing a bikini shenanigan, we can see it. I'm not saying that I've seen you do your bikini shenanigans, but I'm saying that I've been flying and I'm like, oh wow, that is happening in that yard. That's all. I sound like allergies are bothering me. They're always bothering me. Yeah. Oh, the Belt Parkway PTSD. Oh, the Belt Parkway. Y'all know the Belt Parkway. Oh, man. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Anything? Almost famous, Brent. You're almost there. A couple letters off. Oh, well. Oh, man. There you go, Cindy. You're up next. Don't you be a putz when it comes to hurricane season, Cindy Edwards. I'm watching you. Taylor, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, man. So everyone flying over can see us old folks skinny dipping in our yard. That's correct, Patty. That's correct. Yeah. Yeah. So everyone can. Yep. All right. Christy, lame answer. What did I say? What did I say? Any questions, comments, concerns, anything? Otherwise, we can wrap it up. At least someone had a good day. There it is. How are the little guys? They're great. Listen, Alexander, you know what's funny? Like when you're fighting with a kid to put the sunscreen on, and then they're fighting, and then you're trying, and then when you're done, you're like, did we get everything? So Jeannie did the best she could, but like missed a couple of circles on Alexander's face, so he's got like teeny tiny little sunburns. Poor guy. It's like, oh man, poor guy. Oh well. What he needs is a cup of coffee with some claret and snuck. You're gonna throw a drug in my coffee? Mercy, terrifying. There you go, Patty. No, you do you, Patty. You do you. All right. My little man got the tops of his ears burned. Oh, poor guy. Oh man. All right, people. So that's what we got. That's what we got. Nice, mostly dry afternoon today, mostly dry day tomorrow. Then the storms return Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right? All right, while we're in this story, let's say hi to our anchor friends real fast. Can we say hi to you guys? Can we say hi? Can we say hi to you guys?
Hi.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. Seemed like maybe it was interesting. I don't know.
Hey, everybody.
We've been hearing updates on all the wedding planning stuff that's been going on.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
getting her engagement pictures taken this
Uh-oh.
week.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you asked me about the forecast.
I
for
did,
that.
and I'm so happy. It's just going to be hot.
Yeah.
But what else is new? We're taking a
Just like the
sunset,
bride.
though.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh.
Sunset picture, so I shouldn't be too sweaty.
No,
Yeah.
it'll be beautiful.
You'll be glowy, not sweaty. 30 seconds. And then how we do it? Let's walk over here. How you doing over here?
Doing okay.
Yeah?
Hanging in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Thanks
enough.
for asking.
Nice
Good
update.
enough. Good enough.
Listen, it's a Monday.
Yeah.
Just trying to roll through. Luke, how we doing?
I'm fantastic over here.
Excellent. Excellent. Hello. Goodbye. All right, everybody. I'm done. You guys have a great morning. I'll see you at 3:30 for the afternoon coffee talk. Sound good? Sound good? All right. Bye, y'all. Take care.